I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Today was the first day back to school for students at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Exactly 2 weeks ago, a former student walked into school, opened fire on school grounds, killing 17 and wounding at least 15 others.
ABC's Maggie Rulli has more from the high school in Parkland.
Class is now back in session at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School.
It was a relief to be back.
But even as they try to move forward,
we would like to move on with our normal lives. Today was a weird, strange, emotional day.
Students here know everything is now different.
In my Spanish class especially, because one of our students didn't show up today because he was one of the 17.
Grief counselors and therapy dogs were on campus.
I love the dogs so much.
I'm sure
it
that
helped a lot.
Helping students find a new normal after 2 weeks that have been anything but. Students turning their anger into action, pressuring lawmakers and companies to make changes. This morning, Dick's Sporting Goods announced it will no longer sell assault-style rifles, and it will not sell firearms to anyone under the age of 21.
This isn't going to make everyone happy. Our view was if the kids can be brave enough to organize like this, we can be brave enough to take these out of here.
Governor Rick Scott says it's time for common sense solutions, like more police at all public schools, metal detectors, bulletproof glass, steel doors, and upgraded locks.
We have to get something done. There's no alternatives.
Even though class was optional, the superintendent says 95% of students came back to school today, calling it a healing family reunion. School will continue here on a modified schedule through the end of the week. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Parkland, Florida.
A building at the University of Central Florida in Orlando was evacuated today after a potential threat in a classroom. Campus police say someone wearing a LeBron James Miami Heat jersey stood up in a classroom and threw powder into the air. Chief Richard Berry said it appeared to be a stunt, but they did have to treat it as an emergency. James, who now plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers, sometimes tosses chalk in the air in a pregame ritual. Police said they are seeking a second person who was seen carrying 2 backpacks.
Here in the Suncoast, school districts are moving forward with plans to ensure student safety following the Parkland shooting. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is proposing a security plan that would put retired law enforcement officers or military veterans in all public schools across the district. They would have to complete orientation hours with the Sheriff's Office, and resource officers would be employed by a hiring company and then contracted out to local schools. The Assistant Superintendent and Chief Operating Officer of Sarasota County Schools says the proposal will be discussed at an executive session on Tuesday.
I believe one of the things we'll talk about, probably 3 or 4 topics, but one of them will be what is our armed presence in our schools and how do we get from where we are to where we want to be. Anything that is focused on improving the quality of safety and security of our schools, we're in favor of and needs to be explored regardless of who it comes from or what the nature of the plan is.
In addition to that plan, the school board is also working to make school buildings in Sarasota County safer.
The Sarasota County School District also working with students and administrators to plan an observance in accordance with walkout events taking place nationwide on March 14th. This is to remember those who lost their lives in Parkland and around the country due to gun violence. That observance will be on March 14th at 10 a.m. for 17 minutes at Sarasota County Schools. It will be planned and led by students with guidance and support from school district personnel.
Today, students at Manatee School for the Arts participated in a walkout to urge Congress and state lawmakers to prevent further school shootings like the one in Parkland. That walkout taking place on Haven Boulevard in front of the school campus. The event's organizer said the RSVP list was just over 330 people, but what seemed to be nearly 1,000 people came out to participate. Students say they're demanding changes from Congressman Vern Buchanan, including a ban on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines, and expansion of background checks to all gun sales, and more.
I'm tired of constantly seeing incidents like this on my TV screen. I'm tired of just feeling like this is not a safe place to be, especially since this last shooting was in Florida, was in my home state. It really hit me.
There was also a moment of silence during the walkout to honor the 17 victims of the Parkland shooting.
New College of Florida says applicants' admission statuses will not be harmed by their participation in peaceful protests. The school says prospective students will not be denied admission or access to scholarships from New College for exercising their civil right to legally protest policies or actions that they oppose. The school says this also applies to any student whose high school has taken disciplinary action as a result of their participation in any peaceful protest, such as a walkout. New College said in a statement, quote, "The Parkland shooting tragedy and the actions of its survivors have resulted in a fresh look at a very old and polarized debate. Our democracy needs individuals who will question the status quo and passionately advocate for what they believe is right."
People magazine reporting Stoneman Douglas student Emma Gonzalez may be heading to New College of Florida in the fall. Gonzalez is the survivor from the Parkland shooting. The 18-year-old gave a long speech at an anti-gun rally in Fort Lauderdale just 2 days after the shooting and is gaining national attention from it. Gonzalez visited the New College campus just days before that February 14th shooting.
Well, time to check in on our first alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. And Bob, it was just a great day at ABC 7 Day for the Orioles baseball game today.
Yeah, take me out to the ball game. Perfect weather out there. Maybe a little warm for some people, but on all, a pretty good day for boaters too out on the waters. Beaches beautiful with that sea breeze developing and water temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. You can't really beat it. It's absolutely outstanding out there. And it looks like that will be changing a little bit though, as winds will pick up tomorrow, so we'll have a moderate chop in advance of a pretty good cold front that's coming down. As I said yesterday, keep your sweaters and jackets handy. You may need them, especially on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday mornings. 77 right now. We have clear skies, some sunshine, and the dew point 66. So that's way up there. Southwest winds at 10 and the pressure 30.05. Now that's still high, but it is falling and much lower than it was last week. We have a surface high pressure ridge still to the east of the state, and then an upper level ridge over much of the Gulf of Mexico. Those two features really keeping us under the fair skies and warm temperatures right now. That warm weather will stay with us too, it looks like, through tonight, tomorrow, even into Friday. Most of Friday will be warm, although that's when our transition will occur as the front makes its way through. Right now, no significant rainfall around us. That storm system gathering to the north. We're watching the sea breeze move inland now, and a few spotty showers are possible through this evening, but most areas staying dry. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Lawmakers are taking a stand after Delta Airlines' decision to cut marketing ties with the National Rifle Association. ABC's Daria Albinger has the latest.
Delta Airlines finding itself in the crosshairs of a reignited debate on guns. The carrier, which has its headquarters in Atlanta, recently joined a growing list of companies which are ending discount programs offered to National Rifle Association members. The decision after this month's shooting at Stoneman Douglas High School in Florida that left 17 people dead. But it didn't sit well with some Georgia lawmakers, including the state's Lieutenant Governor, Casey Cagle.
We can't just kowtow to the type of political pressure that comes against conservative values. And certainly the NRA is an organization that obviously feels very strong, as I do, around Second Amendment. And I think it's time that we take this stand.
Cagle is threatening to kill tax legislation that benefits the airline. Since then, Delta's gotten offers from state officials in New York, Ohio, Virginia, and Washington to bring its headquarters to their states. Also worth noting, Delta is Georgia's largest employer, and this traveler at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport says the threat just might be talk.
That's going to be a tough nut to crack. This is the airline, so I don't know if that's going to happen.
Among the other companies joining Delta in cutting ties with the NRA, United Airlines, MetLife, and Hertz. Daria Albinger, ABC News, New York.
The National Rifle Association continues to be a huge force in American politics. ABC 7's Alan Cohn joins us with more. Alan?
Jacqueline, in the wake of the Parkland shooting, some people are calling for a change in gun regulations, but the flow of money to lawmakers from the lobbying group has continued, with the majority of Republicans in the Senate and the House of Representatives in the state of Florida. Many, as one local attorney points out, lawmakers like Marco Rubio receive money because the NRA is like any other lobbying group fighting for a cause.
They are an organization that has millions of members, and their members expect them to advocate for laws that are in support of and pro-Second Amendment.
Coming up on ABC 7 at 7, which Florida lawmakers are receiving how much money? Back to you.
All right, Alan, thank you. We'll see you then. Still to come in your Suncoast News, why Attorney General Jeff Sessions is defending himself against attacks on social media from President Trump.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast, plus a new law that would make texting while driving a primary traffic offense is ready for a final vote in the Florida House. We'll have details on that bill when we return.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC 7 is seeking a news editor with a nonlinear editing background and experience with breaking news and live shots. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
While Attorney General Jeff Sessions has the agency's Inspector General investigating possible foreign intelligence surveillance court abuses, President Trump is not happy. The president reprimanding the nation's top law enforcement official on Twitter today.
And it isn't the first time that the president has criticized his attorney general, but this time Sessions is pushing back. ABC's Stephanie Ramos has more from Washington.
President Trump and his Attorney General Jeff Sessions both at the event to honor Billy Graham today, just hours after Trump berated Sessions again on Twitter. Trump tweeting his frustration that the Inspector General, who was appointed by President Obama, is investigating the alleged surveillance abuse by the FBI and Department of Justice. Trump tweeting, "Why is AG Jeff Sessions asking the Inspector General to investigate potentially massive FISA abuse? Will take forever, has no prosecutorial power, and already late with reports on Comey. Isn't the IG an Obama guy? Why not use Justice Department lawyers? Disgraceful." White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders supported the investigations a day ago.
It's something that he's clearly had frustration over, so I would imagine he certainly supports the decision to look into what we feel to be some wrongdoing.
Sessions, for the first time, responding to one of the president's criticisms publicly, writing in a statement, We have initiated the appropriate process that will ensure complaints against this department will be fully and fairly acted upon if necessary. As long as I am the Attorney General, I will continue to discharge my duties with integrity and honor, and this department will continue to do its work in a fair and impartial manner, according to the law and Constitution. Nearly 2 weeks ago, Sessions said that every FISA warrant needs to be fact-based and accurate, vowing that each warrant will get the attention it deserves from the Department of Justice to ensure that. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Washington.
Also out of Washington today, the White House confirming that White House Communications Director Hope Hicks will resign. It's unclear when exactly she will leave, although it is expected to be sometime soon. We'll have more on this update coming up at ABC 7 at 7.
The Florida House is expected to approve a measure that would allow law enforcement officials to pull over people for texting while driving. That proposal would make texting while driving a primary traffic offense. It's currently a secondary offense, which means police can only write tickets for texting while driving when they stop drivers for other reasons, such as speeding. This bill would allow drivers to make phone calls on electronic devices, and they could also be used for such things as getting directions.
The reason this bill is necessary, on top of those laws, is for people who claim they are professional texters. These people may be staying in their lane and going the speed limit, but they're still putting our children and other drivers at risk.
But the bill appears stalled in the state Senate now. The chairman has indicated that he does not plan to take up the bill due to privacy concerns for those who may be pulled over. Only 4 states without a texting while driving law. Florida is one of them. So.
Not a good idea, obviously. And I know phones now actually are a program that they turn off when you go when you're in motion.
Right, I have mine set to that every time the car starts moving. Even if I'm on a boat, it'll tell me, it's not going to alert me of anything.
It's strange how, that helps you out, though, because, you're just so in the habit of looking at it each time when it beeps at you or whatever it does, you know what I'm saying? We are looking at some nice weather here. No alerts on our phones right now as far as any severe weather goes. And Casey Key webcam showing beautiful calm conditions out there on the waters today. It has been just a spectacular February as we wrap this month up. It's one of the warmest Februarys on record, if not the warmest, here along the Sun Coast. And we had 11 straight days now of temperatures in the 80s. So that is the, I don't know if that's a record quite yet, but it's very close. And I believe we've had 19 days where temperature has been at least 80 degrees or more in the month of February. 77 degrees right now. Dew point is up there. Winds out of the southwest at 10, and the pressure 30.05 inches. That's still high. It's weakening a little bit as the storm system kind of gathers to the west of us. It will eventually give up and give way to this frontal boundary, which it really hasn't been doing much of lately. That front will move through relatively unnoticed in terms of rainfall. We're not going to get a lot of rainfall with this front. We'll stay warm tomorrow, too. Temperatures are expected to be in the low 80s for the most part. Inland areas, Lakewood Ranch, Arcadia, and Wauchula all be in the mid 80s there. But that rainfall staying to our north right now. There's a chance for a few showers. It looks like mainly on into Thursday night, Friday morning. Friday morning, the rain chance only at 30%. And there's a few spotty showers that are possible tonight. The sea breeze is well inland now. And as we start to see this collision take place with that easterly wind, we'll see a few spotty showers popping up here and there. Current temp 76 in Pensacola. A bit warmer in Orlando now, 83, 80 in Key West, 77 in Miami. There's a little bit of fog potential tonight, but not much. That chance for fog is very small. It will be patchy and should clear out of here fairly quickly. With those winds picking up out of the south, and with that south wind, we'll see higher humidity values and warm temperatures again tomorrow. As winds go now, they're out of the southwest here near the coast with that sea breeze developing. 10 miles an hour in Northport and 9 now at Manasota Beach. 9 mile an hour wind at Venice as well. And as far as the forecast goes, we are considering temperatures to stay very warm over the upcoming days. Now, as far as the tower cam goes, we are looking at generally fair skies overhead, and that will stay with us, I mentioned, for the upcoming days. We're not going to see too much in terms of cloudiness, and you can see beautiful conditions out there over the waters. It looks as though we will see a better chance of rain. That comes next week. We have a 60% chance of rain, and you'll see that in the 7-day forecast coming up in just a little bit. But that 60% chance of rain is fairly high for this time of year, and that frontal boundary will bring us, again, a better chance for some showers and storms come, looks like next Thursday and into Wednesday of next week. Well, as far as the forecast is concerned, we are looking at south winds turning to the southwest at 5 knots to start today, picking up to 15 knots in the afternoon. Seas will be running 2 feet with a moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. I mentioned that 7-day forecast. Well, here it is. Looks like a warm day tomorrow, and we start to transition on Friday with the chance for a few morning showers come Friday morning. And then the cool down. Look at this, high of 72 only on Saturday. Sunday, pretty much the same. Low temperatures in the low 50s right through Monday morning. And then staying pretty cool even on Monday and Tuesday. There's that 60% chance for rain. Looks like mainly showers right now, but that's a pretty good chance for some rainfall. Something we need to clear the atmosphere of all this pollen. A lot of people have been complaining about the high pollen count. We'll have a look at that forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Let's check first alert traffic right now. We're seeing reports of a vehicle fire. This is in the northbound lanes of I-75, just after the Laurel Road exit. Although on our maps, everything is still green, so at this point, it doesn't seem to be affecting traffic on the interstate. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, how old are you? Depends on whether you're talking years, function, or your overall health. What if there was a test that could tell your biological age? ABC's Tara Palmieri has more.
At any high school reunion, you see it. Everyone there is the same age, but some are aging faster than others. Whether it's due to family genes, lifestyle, or environment, a 40-year-old body can look and feel young or old. Researchers who study the difference between chronological and biological aging have long wondered, will they ever have an easy test that shows how old your body is, regardless of the number of candles on your last birthday cake? Researchers who believe that damage to cells from years of oxidative stress is what ages us think they have an answer. Evaluated first in animals and now in humans, they looked at urine samples from more than 1,200 Chinese between 2 and 90 years old. The molecule they think might be an indicator of aging rose consistently as people got older. There wasn't much difference between men and women until women went through menopause, when the level of the molecule rose even higher. Of course, it remains to be seen if this is a good test of aging, but if it is confirmed by later testing, it could be helpful for large-scale aging studies in the future when we're all older. With this Medical Minute, I'm Tara Palmieri, ABC News.
A new report says 1 in 14 women smoke while pregnant. The findings revealed more than 7% of all expectant mothers smoke, despite the known risks to both mother and child. The percentage of pregnant smokers vary widely by maternal age, race, education, and state. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, any amount of smoking during pregnancy is too much. It puts a baby at risk for birth defects and can cause a baby to be born too early or to have a low birth weight. It can also raise the risk of stillbirth or sudden infant death syndrome. No matter what your favorite restaurant is serving, you can still practice healthy dining. If you're going to an Italian restaurant, start off your meal with a salad filled with vegetables and skip the cheese and creamy dressings. If you choose pasta, ask for whole grain and get it with red sauce, which gives you nutrients in the tomatoes. At a Mexican restaurant, don't fill up on chips and salsa before the meal. Choose fajitas or look for other grilled items on the menu. And when you order pizza, choose a thin and whole wheat crust with veggie toppings. And when it comes for fast food, get a salad with light dressing or choose grilled chicken or broiled burgers. Coming up, a woman determined to get pregnant turns desperation into innovation. And new mom Serena Williams' name is put in lights by her husband. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Thousands of award-winning Honda Civics are on sale for $169 a month during the Honda President's Day sales event. You made Civic the best-selling compact car in America. Drive one today for just $169 a month or save thousands on your Civic with 0.9% financing. Civic, a KBB.com best buy for less than the competition. Only $169 a month or 0.9% this week at your local Honda dealer.
Honda, I like it. Tickets are going fast for My Hometown Fest, Saturday, March 3rd from noon to 5 at Nathan Benderson Park. Enjoy foods from 40 area restaurants, 40+ craft beers, live music, and lots of fun. Get your tickets today at myhometownfest.org.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Trying unsuccessfully to get pregnant can be a frustrating, even painful experience. But one Utah woman is not giving up and is taking her fight to the streets.
Jeremy Roth explains in today's Take a Look at This.
The path to pregnancy can be a difficult one. One Utah woman knows this all too well. Jessica Gale and her husband have been trying to start a family for 13 years. Her husband has a rare genetic condition that makes conception nearly impossible. So Jessica is using her desperation to fuel innovation.
I actually never thought I'd be standing on a corner asking for money.
When she's not working, Jessica holds a sign along a busy road in Orem asking passersby for help.
Thank you so much. God bless.
The Gales have also launched a donation page for their fertility efforts. Jessica knows her methods aren't traditional, but says at this point, she'll try anything.
We just want to create the family that we always wanted, and so to struggle for so long. We're going to do anything and everything that we can.
Tennis superstar Serena Williams' husband is making returning to work after giving birth a little easier on her. Her husband and Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian had 4 billboards put up along a major road leading into Palm Springs, California. The billboards feature images of their newborn daughter with the caption, "Greatest Mama of All Time." Palm Springs is where Williams will compete in March. She hasn't played since January. Maybe Williams should start sizing up billboards for Greatest Husband of All Time. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Wow, that's one way to step it up, I guess.
The billboard thing is really happening. You just see what Philadelphia did? They're trying to recruit LeBron in free agency. They put up some billboards in Cleveland.
Well, there you go. Yeah, guess we'll have to wait and see on that one. Still to come on your Suncoast News, a prehistoric burial site found off the coast of Manasota Key. Why it may be gaining national attention.
And we'll have an update to a murder case, why a Bradenton man will not get a new trial.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
If you've never truly loved your car, you've clearly never owned a Subaru. Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's 2017 most trusted brand, best overall brand, and lowest 5-year cost to own. And Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Now, lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $239 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down during the Subaru True Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.